But I think the Nuggets championship window has slammed shut. They haven't made the conference finals 3 straight seasons. They were bottom half the league in defensive rating this year after trading for Cam Johnson. That's supposed to improve you on the defensive side of the ball. How did you get worse defensively? Jamal Murray had 2 of his worst playoff series back to back. Oklahoma City last year, Minnesota this year. Awful in Game 7 last year, awful in Game 6 this year. Got locked up by Jaden McDaniels. He's a liability defensively. Minnesota was just hunting him, especially in the fourth quarter, back-to-back possessions. Terrence Shannon, then Jaden McDaniels. Liability defensively, and he had such a fantastic offensive season in the regular season this year. Did it kind of train like he had a few monster games in the Timberwolves series, not in Game 6 when they needed him most. However, Aaron Gordon was hurt a good portion of the year. We can't just dispute that. He was hurt for a lot of this year, and they're a different team defensively when he's on the floor than when he's not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. Like he's obviously Aaron Gordon hurt this team a whole lot in the regular season and in the playoffs. They also are without Peyton Watson, and Peyton Watson was averaging 20 in the month of January and a little bit into February before he got hurt. Wasn't the same offensive output when he came back from injury, but he's a good player, 23 years old. Christian Braun stinks. 3 points, 27 minutes. Give me something, man. He had a couple of really good defensive possessions down the stretch, so I will give him credit there. But Christian Braun, what are we doing? 23-year-old Peyton Watson, 20 points per game, right? He's a restricted free agent this year. The Denver Nuggets are second to last in the NBA in available cap space. All their money's tied up. They're going to have the ability to match Peyton Watson's contract. I bet he gets Emmanuel Quickley like money. Maybe a little bit less than that, but still, he's going to get it back. 23 years old, averaged 20 before the injury. He's a dog. He's a baller. I want the next to sign him. He's a baller. He's going to get paid somewhere. The Nuggets don't have the roster flexibility to match that contract. You're going to lose Peyton Watson, who was another really good offensive spurt. Probably the third go-to scorer, quite frankly, for that little stretch. I think Jokic might have been out that stretch. Either way, he was a go-to guy when they needed buckets. Michael Porter Jr. last year, go-to guy when they needed buckets. They traded him. The three-point shooting was awful in this series. I doubt they'll be able to retain Peyton Watson. So it's going to be Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Christian Braun. Jokic is 31, Jamal Murray 29, Aaron Gordon 30. That's your core in a Western Conference that not only has the Thunder, who is just so unbelievably young, only getting better, Jalen Williams, SGA, Chet continuing to ascend. The Spurs, Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell. They're just young. The Rockets, I know they still have, they have their own problems, but KD's going to be gone. Doesn't matter. They still have Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith. They're young. They're not going anywhere. Ime Udoka, Alfred Şengün. Ime Udoka is a good coach, kind of. They're not going anywhere. They were a 2 seed last year without Kevin Durant. You have the Timberwolves, who have a bunch of 25-year-old guards and a 25-year-old Jaden McDaniels all entering their prime, and they just beat you, and they were up. They beat you, and they closed out the series against you without one of their best role players in Dante DiVincenzo, and their best overall player in Anthony Edwards, and a player that dropped 40 on them in Game 5 or Game 4 in Ayo Dosunmu. They're not going anywhere. That's 3 teams right there, 4 teams right there that have brighter futures, younger talent, more roster flexibility than the Denver Nuggets have. So I don't know in what world the Nuggets championship window is still open. Nikola Jokic is not enough in the West. Not enough. If it was in the East, could this Nuggets team stumble out of the East and then maybe a couple things go their way in a 7-game series against a team like San Antonio, or against a team like OKC, if they're healthy, if Aaron Gordon's healthy, if they're able to retain Peyton Watson? Yeah, I think that could happen. But they're not in the East. They're not going to be able to have a cakewalk to the NBA Finals. They haven't made the Western Conference Finals 3 straight seasons. So I don't know, man. It's hard to believe in this Denver Nuggets team with the way their roster is constructed, how they're going to lose more offensive firepower this offseason. Now, Cam Johnson trade was an absolute bust. They would rather have an MPJ, in my opinion. And they also traded a first-round pick along with MPJ for Cam Johnson. Underwhelming year, awful in the playoff series until Game 6. And then with their competition in the Western Conference, the Lakers still have Luka too. I didn't even mention the Lakers. The Trailblazers aren't going anywhere. The Trailblazers are one of the best young teams in the league. Denny Advida, Scoot Henderson, Donovan Clingan. They got guys. So I think the Nuggets championship window, I'm officially closing it. Done. Dunzo. Jokic needs to go out of there. Keep in mind everything I just said. I am a Brooklyn Nets fan, and the Brooklyn Nets have the Nuggets pick in 2032. So I might just be willing stuff into the world, but Jokic is a free agent in 27. Payne Watson's a free agent this year. I don't know what Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon's contracts are like, but they're Aaron Gordon's 30, Jamal Murray's 29. It's not like these guys are still like back end of their prime. Jamal Murray did have his best regular season ever, so like I think he's gonna be fine, but it's clearly not enough. Nuggets are fucked. The Nets are getting a first overall pick in 2032, and they're gonna just build. It's gonna be similar to what the Thunder were able to do. Well, they were really good. They also had a bunch of early picks too. It's gonna be very similar. Obviously it's wishful thinking, but yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button.